Hi, welcome back to our second episode of the Edge Investment Avenue, of course sponsored by Edgewood Limited, where we discuss a few investment opportunities and we share ideas on how one can invest, when to invest, how much to invest, and where do you invest anyway. So I'm excited to tap into this and then we discuss closely on the opportunities available, especially now we are focusing on the real estate investment. I've had people asking me to explain exactly what are the opportunities or the segments in real estate investment. So I'm just going to briefly highlight for you the areas that one can invest in. And now this also relates to another question that I got, which was about how much money does one need? Because when people hear real estate investment, they think it's really expensive, or they think it's first of all capital intensive, and they think you need a lot of money to invest in it. And to me, I would say that's not true. You can start with any money. Personally, I started with absolutely nothing, and I am somewhere. So you can start with nothing. You can start with your brains. You can start with you just need at least one or two resources. It can be your brain. It can be the human resource. It can be, it can be anything that you can start with. It can be, of course, financial. Now, if you're interested in real estate management, let's start with the opportunities that you can actually tap into. One of them is that there are people who do development. You could do development, but remember, this is a capital intensive. You need quite a number of, rather a lot of money to invest. So no, I would advise people who don't have a lot of money that this is not the area for you to start with, okay? Then there is what we call property management, Now, property management does not even need money to start with. You just have to have the right skills. You have to know the right things to do for your clients, and then who also your clients, which kind of developments are you targeting to manage, Then also there is what we call real estate IT management. Now, these are the people who do, for example, photography. You can take pictures for the different buildings, upload them on your sites, and then market them. And this is what we call, like, for example, websites. People who develop a real estate website. Everyone is doing real estate, so there are different types of real estate investments. So you can focus on now the IT part of it, of managing the sites, managing the social medias of real estate products. And then also there are people who do what we call land selling, buying and selling land. This is a very good investment you put in, but afterward, of course, remember, land is an appreciating asset. Land never depreciates; it appreciates instead. So 1-2 years down the road, after purchasing whatever size of the land it is, you can always have your good return on investment. So that's a good venture as well. And then also, besides that, we have people who do construction, but remember, that's also capital intensive. You need a lot of money to invest in construction. That means you're constructing on a high scale. However, there are also people who do on small scale, like small rentals. So those can also be good avenues. But when you're constructing, you need to know, are you doing commercials? Are you doing residentials? Or if you're doing residentials, are you doing like the bungalows? Are you doing the villas? Are you doing high commercial apartments? What exactly are you doing? So you need to classify where you want to invest, how much money do you have, how much resources do you have, and how much do you know anyway, because you must do a lot of consultations. You must do what we call, for example, market research. There is what we call a feasibility. Now, I would advise people, especially you guys who invest in big projects, let's say arcades, malls, high-end apartments, you should always conduct, the first step is feasibility studies. Now, these are things that people ignore and they always mess up. They mess up at the end of it all. You either you develop the right project in a wrong place, or you develop the wrong project in a right place, and then before you know it, the project is not performing in the market. So the first step is that you do feasibility. Now, another aspect you can do under real estate is consultancy. This one comes with high levels of professionalism, and also it needs quite a bit of trained, skilled, and skilled personnel when you're going to venture into this, because now these are the areas, for example, research, market assessment, rental evaluation. So this is where also we have like valuers, special valuers, and surveyors. financial analysts, and consultants as well. So this one, you must have a very high skilled technical team first of all, okay? But it depends. It depends on how much or what road you want to take. When I come back in the next video, we are going to be breaking down all these areas now. So if it's, for example, property management, I'm going to be highlighting for you what do you need, for example, to set up a property management firm. It must be high-end services, not just gambling and whatever. It must be high-end services. And then also, if you want to invest in land, what do you need to start with? Who do you need to consult? How much money do you need to invest, for example? Because now, what are the procedures, So those are things I'm going to be discussing. I'm going to be tackling now one by one. I'll be exclusively discussing with you or explaining to you what do we do under each investment opportunity under real estate management. Thank you very much. See you next time, and please keep subscribing and following, and let me see your comments. I'm happy to have your review and comments so that we can know how much we can engage with all this.